Yes, stay with us for an amazing white Christmas here in the Colorado Mountains in America.
Where the only way to travel is by bobsleigh. So what are we doing in a balloon, guys?
Having a good time, John. Yeah, first a hot air balloon and now a Wild West stagecoach. Come on, you guys, the Aspen Express is leaving. Good morning, sir.
Hello. Hi, hello.
Oh, wow, and here's a change of clothes. Let's get into this.
The beach is quiet. Get up.
Yoo-hoo, we're off.
And a change of clothes is just what we need, because we're on our way to meet some friends by the fireside in Aspen. And it's apt that we're travelling in a stagecoach, because Aspen used to be awash with cowboys and Indians. Which means that Aspen should be well prepared for the Disney Club posse. Look out, folks, we're back in town. Yeehaw!
Hi, hello. Now, our traditional white Christmas wouldn't be right if we didn't have a real log fire and our beautiful Christmas tree. And here's our special Disney Club gang from Aspen to join in the fun of our Christmas Day show.
Yes, and because it's Christmas Day here in Aspen, we've got some really happening guests, Dannii, Minogue, and David and the boys from the band Breathe. Welcome to Aspen.
Thank you.
Dannii, what would you normally be doing on Christmas Day?
Well, back in Australia it's pretty hot, so we'd probably be in our bathers and swimming and having a barbie and with all the friends.
Good one, sounds fine. And what about you, David?
Well, I certainly wouldn't get as much sunshine as Dannii would, but I mean, I'll be at home with my parents and sort of family for Christmas, just eating, relaxing and getting fat.
Well, there's every chance we'll get up to that here. Whatever happens, you won't get homesick.
No, we're not going to be homesick either, because you know all those cards that you've been sending us? We brought them all with us! Ha! It cost us a fortune in excess baggage. We would have liked to have brought all you guys too. Of course, it's completely impossible, even though this is the Disney Club. But we're stuck with the guys here in Aspen. How about wishing all the chipmunks at home a Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas! Ah, look at it, it's Chip and Dale with some presents for us. We'll be opening them a bit later on, but now, why not settle back and enjoy our Disney Christmas feature? It's one of the most popular Christmas stories, and it features Donald, Goofy and Mickey, and it stars Uncle Scrooge. It's called Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to one and all!
Step.
Looks like Uncle Scrooge is in for a sleepless night there. Serves it right for being so mean. Ha! Do you guys believe in ghosts?
Yeah, me too. And is old Uncle Scrooge in line for some more ghostly visits? Well, we'll find out after the break.
Talking of ghosts, we'll be looking at the past history of Aspen, from the Indian settlement to the silver mining town to winter resorts. See you after the break.
Hello, chipmunks, and welcome back to part 2 of the Disney Club Christmas special. We're opening our presents here before part 2 of Mickey's Christmas Carol, and I've got a totem pole. Marvellous. What have you got, Dannii?
I've got a beautiful Japanese kimono.
Nice. What about you, Dave?
I've got a wonderful cooking clock.
Oh, and I got this gorgeous fan. Thanks, lads.
And what have I got? Oh, a Mexican donkey. Brilliant. Now, if you remember before the break, old Scrooge had a very disturbing visit from the ghost of his old partner, and he was telling him to behave or else.
Is he going to face any more ghostly visits? Let's find out in part 2 of Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry
What a great way to spend Christmas. in the snow. And that's exactly how we're spending it, in the Aspen Mountains of the Rockies. Aspen is famous today as a winter holiday resort, and I love to ski, and it's a terrific place to learn. Speaking of which, I wonder how Gordon and John are getting on.
You see, I said this skiing business was easy, didn't I? No.
Aspen's not just famous for its skiing, because it also has an amazing history as a real frontier town. Just push, guys, just push. Whoa!
These photographs show how Aspen developed from an Indian settlement called Ute City to a booming silver mining town. When silver was first discovered here in the late 19th century, life changed dramatically as a flood of prospectors came to Aspen to make their fortunes.
And this is what they were digging for, a rare and valuable nugget of silver. Now, an ounce of silver in those days was worth $1, and a dollar then could buy you 10 times as much as it can now.
In 1894, the largest silver nugget ever mined was found at Smuggler's Mine. It weighed in at a staggering 1,840 pounds, which is the equivalent of about 920 bags of sugar. And that was a record.
And this is what the silver bought. I'm standing in the dining room of the Victorian mansion that was originally built by Jerome B. Wheeler. He was a very important man, and it was through his efforts that Aspen was first put on the map as a very successful silver mining town. In the museum today, you can get a good idea of how such wealthy miners lived. Around me is the furniture that they used, and even the musical instruments they played.
Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling,
Lads!
you are...
Lads, you've really spoilt it now. You're not even dressed in the right gear.
The name Jerome B. Wheeler can be seen all over Aspen. There's the Hotel Jerome where we're staying, and there's also this stunning opera house. Now, it's not just been an opera house, because in years gone by, there's been a saloon bar theatre, and it's also been a silent movie picture house. Now, it's survived throughout the years, even after 2 serious fires in 1912. Today, it's been restored to its former glory, and I'm sure if Jerome B. Wheeler could see it, he'd be a happy man.
After the break, we'll be having our own special performances from Breathe and Dannii Minogue. And something that could only happen here in Aspen, we'll be having a look at an amazing sculpture. Not in stone, not in clay, but in snow.
Marvellous. And because it's Christmas, we're going to be visiting some festive four-legged friends down on the Reindeer Ranch. Oh. Yes. Yeah. Oh, and the guys have just reminded me that there's classic cartoon fun with Chip and Dale in Pluto's Christmas tree. It's all happening after the break.
Hello there, welcome back to the Disney Club Christmas special, and welcome back to Breathe.
Hi.
Hi, now it's 2 years since your first single, Hands to Heaven, which got to number 4. What's happened since?
Basically, we've spent most of the time since then writing and recording a new album, Peace of Mind. We recorded it in Abbey Road, sort of looking for inspiration from the Beatles, I suppose. Basically doing that most of the time. We finished recording that this May, so we've been out trekking around the world. America, Thailand, out to the Far East, all over the place.
Now, Hands to Heaven got to number 1 over here in America. Did that success encourage you to live over here?
No, it's something we thought about, but I think we all like living back home in England too much.
Right, where did you all meet up?
We all met at school in Hampshire, a school called Yale Comprehensive School, and that's where we got the band together. And we took it from there. Dave, and we've all been together now for 9 years.
And you still enjoy each other's company?
At times.
Yeah, occasionally.
Now, Dave, you've got a new single out just now, which you're just about to perform, specially for us here in Aspen. Tell us a bit about it.
It's the second song off the album we've released, and it's a love song. It's a story. Sort of the essence of the song is from experience. And it's a song about kind of relationships going wrong. And it's a track called Does She Love That Man?
walking through a winter that's so bitterly cold. Christmas is coming, all the stars are wrapped in the neon glow. But I don't feel festive, oh, I've lost the woman I held so dear. I'm so reflective as I think of all our happy years. I brush against a stranger, so I turn to apologize. When I saw her with another man and a sparkle in her eyes, does she love that man the way that I'm loving her still? Does she love that man? For she has broken my will to survive. I walked to a cafe where I sat and stared at an empty wall. Waitress talked to me, but I could not hear her words at all. The only sound that I could hear was the screaming of my soul. My world revolved around one single thing I wish to know. Does she love that man the way that I'm loving her still? Does she love that man? For she has broken my will to survive, yeah.
Now you're probably shattered after opening all those Christmas presents. But spare a thought for the poor old reindeer that brought them all in the first place. They must be fairly wrecked as well. And who brings them mince pie and tea?
Ooh, must be the Jeff Coates, Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas to you.
How many reindeer have you got here on the reindeer ranch?
Oh, we've got about 105 right now.
Are they indigenous to Aspen? Do you find them in the wild here?
No, they're indigenous to Scandinavian Lapland. Traditionally, were imported to Alaska at the turn of the century.
Right.
We imported them from Nome, Alaska.
Right. So they actually flew here then?
They flew here, a DC-6 full of reindeer.
It's not just reindeer you've got here on the reindeer ranch, though, is it? I believe you've got some llamas as well.
Yes, we have llamas. Would you like to go take a look?
I'd love to.
Okay, let's go do that.
So tell me, why do you keep llamas here as well?
We've been raising llamas for a number of years. We train them for driving in Aspen, for taxi services. We raise them for pack animals. They're great in the mountains, very sure-footed animals.
Right.
Very easy to care for. Never have any problems with the animals.
So why a llama taxi?
Is there, you know, something original and unique, and I had to have another way to promote our breeding industry, so it's really worked quite well. We have little studded boots we put on them for the icy streets so they don't slip around, because you can't shoe the llamas. Specially designed harnesses and carriages have made a successful business out of it.
There's only one thing left to do, I think, and that's go in it.
We've already said that anything can happen here in Aspen, and this just goes to prove it. Chip and Dale riding in a llama taxi. Oh, trust you guys, honestly. Come on, let's go. So here they are now in a classic Christmas cartoon. It's called Pluto's Christmas Tree.
Oh, poor old Pluto. Someone should take that sticker off. It is Christmas Day, after all. Now, I've got Blake and Aisha here now because we're all wrapped up and ready to try out some special Disney Club Christmas magic, because we've heard there's some unusual goings-on here in Aspen, and we're keen to find out just exactly what they are. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Right, let's go. Here we go. Special Disney Club Christmas magic. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Where are we? What is this?
I don't know.
Excuse me, we were hoping for a magical Disney ride.
Well, you're in the right place. You're in the ultimate taxi, a magical Disney fantasy experience.
Hey, I recognize that music, but who are you?
I'm John Barnes, and this is the Ultimate Taxi, the only recording studio, theater, nightclub, planetarium toy store taxi in the world.
John, just exactly what have you got in this cab?
Well, the taxi has a Yamaha grand piano. And it also has a flute. And it has a full choir. I hear the angels.
I don't think you can have a disco in a cab without a smoke machine, though, John.
You know, I agree with you 100%, a smoke machine. I'll have to think about that.
Look at this! Look at this! Whoa!
There you go.
Look at that!
I'm sorry, the meter's up. Your magical Disney fantasy Christmas ride is over.
We've had a great time. Thanks very much. Let's go and find Andrea. 3, 2, 1, go! Whoa! Here we are, back amongst the snow, you guys. What did you think of that?
That was fine.
We're even dressed for the part, aren't we? Hey, is that Andrea and Dannii?
So, Dannii, you're famous for acting, dancing and singing. Where did it all start and how?
It all started when I was about 7 years old, and I just went for an audition for a really small acting role, and I got that. It was just like you blinked and you would have missed it. Yeah. And then I went to singing and dancing classes, and I was chosen from there to do a variety program in Australia where we were singing and dancing, and that went for 6 years full-time for me.
Now, you probably ask this question all the time, but I'm going to ask you. Is it a help or a hindrance having such a famous sister?
I think it could be both. I think people could sort of look up and take notice because, you know, you have Minogue as the last name, but then, you know, there's always the comparisons.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever think of changing your name?
No, not changing it, but anything that I'm releasing, my acting or for my singing, it's always just under Dannii. It's not that the Minogue's just kind of dropped off now.
Right. Dannii, it's been great spending Christmas with you. Let's have a look at your debut single, Love and Kisses.
Well, I think the